I'm quite happy now because there was a weird stain on the sofa. Like it looked like a sweat patch. It actually looked like water. Like I'd sat on it with water, only it never dried. And I was worried that I was going to have to get a new sofa. And then I was like, you know what? I haven't washed the things in 5 years. Okay, that's probably that bad to not change. I didn't even know you can change the covers, but I did kind of realize. Well, I saw a zip, and I was just like, okay, well, we're gonna have to do it. And I feel, you know, when you've got like, and you've just kind of washed it, and it just feels like brand new. I'm getting kind of like a new vibe because it's clean. And I also had this annoying chewing gum stain in between it that was there for 3 years and it didn't go away. And I was kept scratching it away and trying to get rid of the. I got rid of the chewing gum. That took about an hour, but I got rid of it. But yeah, there was like a slight darkness, and it was just small, but it was so annoying and amazing. One wash and it's disappeared. I should have done that 3 years ago. I didn't know that. But anyway, I feel a lot more fresher now that I've done that. But yes, um, I don't know. There's loads of. I don't know what's going to happen. But I feel like America like to exaggerate things, so I feel like it could be quite fun. How things are done. Like I don't know how things are done, but how things will be done. But yeah, it would be cool to have some sort of temporary false male antichrist to oppose things. But yeah, I don't know what the plan would be. And but yeah, and it would be also cool though, because if there's loads of people sort of pretending to be demon possessed, not too many. It has to be realistic. I mean, if it's happening too often, it wouldn't be very realistic. But um, it's not good to lie because people don't know the truth, don't know the difference between truth and lies. But if someone is just, talking about being possessed by Satan, or talking about, the Bible specifically, I wouldn't go with the Quran because there'll be too many people taking it seriously, too seriously, that it would probably put a threat to your life. But the Bible, I feel like, is fine to insult, because it's kind of God's insult to the world. Hey, do you believe this? Oh yes, you do. Ha ha, you're so stupid. But yeah, if people know this and believe this, then they won't be taking anything seriously. If there's someone being possessed by Satan, and talking about God the Father, and talking about these people as being real people, or just if they're just normal people, claiming to be different names, but also claiming that they've met Satan, or they know Satan or Lucifer, or if they have false information about me. I don't know what could happen, but I know Americans love to take Halloween seriously, and Halloween is definitely my favorite day, because it's I suppose it's the day that the dead are supposed to rise, but I don't know if that's the day that I start saying that I'm Christ, to the world, and then there are sorts of weird things happening all over the world, and people. I guess people could talk about me at that stage. I mean, if I'm going to be in the public eye, people can talk about me and be like, "One look at her, and I've turned to stone," or I don't know. I mean, I can imagine it going quite crazy with the stuff. Um, there could be people. There's all sorts of rumors about, looking at that one that has snakes coming out of her head, Medusa, and turning to stone or something, and people could be saying like, I don't want to look at her, and I turn to just saying nonsense. It's not good to lie, but when you know that the lie is true, or when a smart person who doesn't believe in rubbish can tell the difference, um, then it's just funny. If someone's lying about a past life, that's not funny, because it's like, you don't know if it's true. Maybe they were, if they had a dream of being a farmer in a past life, that's not funny, because it's like, well, maybe it's true. And you want to know, how much truth it is, or how people, like, I have no memory of being a Lear. I have a dream, and I did have a dream that I was, her, and dancing on that, try again, the set and stuff. So there are things that dreams I've had that turned out actually to be true. So I did manage to semi connect with her, although that was in one dream, and it happened the day that she died. So I don't know if I think I was connecting with her through my higher self passing me that dream. So I know sometimes there are truths within dreams. Although I feel like I've always had more of a connection with, Dala, because of, I I feel like I've seen her in a mirror, and I would always like connect with her, although she didn't look human. So it was a sort of thing that you wouldn't want to tell people if you know if you've looked into a mirror, and if you look deeply into the mirror, you see your past life. But if you see something that's not really human and looks like a cave woman, you know, it's not something you would really boast about, because it makes you feel like, is that a demon? Like, am I a demon? Because that's supposed to be me. You know, the voice in my head was saying that this is me, that I'm looking in the mirror and I'm seeing me. But if you look hard, I would see that. And so it was, I don't know, but I think there's some truth maybe to looking at your eyes. If you stare and sort of kind of cross-eye yourself and then kind of zoom in and out, sometimes you might be able to see something that you think you recognize. I don't know if there's truth to that, but there felt like there was truth to that to me in my situation. But yeah, when it comes to some things, you shouldn't lie about it, because you can't really tell the difference between truth and lies. But yeah, if people are acting like serpents and saying that they're getting possessed by a serpent, I feel like you know they're not getting upset. You're not, you know, they're not getting thing by serpent. Or if you want to get like a fishing rod and then stick some sort of um, ball on it and then just kind of like go across the sky, and you know, there's so many things you could do with things. Like, you could do that with your hand, and then someone could be like standing a long distance and it looks like they're actually standing in your hand, just eating a person. You know, you can do that and then find some way of like them hiding themselves, so it looks like as soon as you take the hand away, you just eaten a person or something. You know, there's lots of things you can do, and it's amazing how even now with whilst people know that you can do that, if there's someone standing a long way in the distance, you know, it can look like they're standing on you. Even with this, people still believe that UFO encounters, like you would see something hovering in the sky and it goes really really fast. I mean, how do you know that's not just something on a fishing rod, you know, with a see-through rope attached to it? You know, it's amazing. And it's also weird because they always go back to old footage. People who are stupid always go back to old footage of things that happened so long ago, and it's just like, how do you know that happened so long ago? I mean, technically, if you wanted to create something today, but do it on a hugely cheap budget, doing it badly and making it look like it was done years ago, would get people's attention even more, even though it doesn't make sense. Why? Because technically it's such a low quality video, and it could easily be recreated in modern day times, but at a very low budget. And it's, yeah, you know, there's Mel Gibson shots where people will take that and take a couple of things of him being suspicious of Hollywood. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of evil in Hollywood, and you know, I was there and there was a gunman on a roof. You know, there's a lot of evil in Hollywood, but that doesn't mean that that gunman's part of the music industry and stuff. He's just a crazy person, and there's a lot of crazy people there. So there's a lot of evil people there, but they're not all elites. You know, um, they're just people and stuff. But yeah, it's weird how many stupid people there are. But yeah, it's be fun to. And I don't know about the mark of the beast. Actually, that could be another idea people could play with. You know, pretending to have something. Um, if people want to start making out that there is such thing as the mark of the beast, yeah, I've got it, and they could just pretend that it works. I mean, whether it works, I know I have seen things that have worked, but technically, if singers and if people who know about me are happy to, or happy to lie about a mark of the beast, knowing, because if people if like, I don't know, all the singers and celebrities do start saying, oh yeah, I've got a chip in my head, or I've got a chip in my forehead or arm, you know, does it matter if it's true or not? Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't think they would. I mean, if they're not actually going to use it for anything, and you know, it feels like it's just something that they're prophesying, or something that was prophesied in the Bible. So just because again, it links to that Bible connection. I think anything that can link to the Bible connection is something you should probably not believe. And therefore, if you can tell the difference, if smart people can tell the difference between truth and lies, then it just becomes funny to see the lies being told and seeing stupid people believe in such things.